Welcome to the video. It's a walk and talk. Oh man, let me tell you a little story. I remember a few years ago we were doing some street interviews, and I was with a couple of mates, teenage lads, and we were filming girls and asking like dating stuff here in South Australia. And I remember walking down the mall, and one of the guys we were with, he's like, "Man, that chick, she's super hot. Let's go interview her." And she was a bunch of friends. So it didn't happen that moment. Then we saw her again, and we're like, we did it. And so we're filming these girls, and one of them was like, you know, really, really aesthetic for what you'd call for social media. This girl could be a literal superstar, but she never would be because her self-loathing would take care of that potential. Anyway, so we're interviewing these girls, and then the pretty girl who my mate was infatuated with, who wanted to marry, I was teasing him about it, she just stops and goes, can I look at the footage? And I was like, you know, it's okay, we'll show you later. And just sort of brushed it off, and then we kept filming, and then afterwards she wanted to have a look, so yeah, I'll show you. She's like, oh my god, no, delete it, I look horrible, no. And she was freaking out. And I looked over, I'm used to this sort of stuff, and I looked over my mate, he's just like, he didn't know what was going on. He's thinking, this girl's so pretty, I want to marry her, but now she's doing this. And he's just like, you know, like, it was like a cat that has chased a mouse, and the mouse turns into an elephant, and it's just like, what's going on here? And so then I just brushed it off, said, nah, it's all good. I said, we'll delete it, we don't use it. I think we used it. But anyway, after we left for the girls, I said to my mate, so you still want to marry her now? And he's like, no way, dude. And this guy was a virgin at the time. You know, he had no, you know, real experience with women, but he knew in his heart, that this girl would be more trouble than she's worth. Her looks got her in, got the attention, but they weren't enough to override the self-loathing, the insecurity that pervaded her essence. And what you'll find, man, is that the more pretty the woman is, the more self-loathing, the more, you know, insecurity they'll have. Primarily because of their aesthetics they're born with, people start to focus on that, you know. And then they start to get more self-conscious of that, and it just goes from there. But it's up to the women to, and men, this goes for men as well, to embrace that responsibility they have, or gifts or whatever, and make the most of it versus erode it with self-loathing and insecurity. Same with social media. You get people out there who want to have fame and likes and stuff like that, but then the haters come along, the critics and stuff, and they can't handle it, you know, or they produce really high quality content, very cinematography, whatever you call it, and then they hardly produce anything because they're so used to getting compliments. If someone says, oh, this video wasn't as good as your last one, the LUT was a bit bad, and they're like, oh, you know, they like, oh my god, and then it kills their potential. That's why people like me, you know, I'm just like a point and shoot sort of guy, whatever, close enough's good enough. I do very well successfully lifestyle wise. Every day I wake up, do whatever I want to do, because I don't have that level of stupid perfectionism that just crushes your potential. And so, it's a bit windy here, maybe the audio's not going to be too good. You've got to have good audio. That's one thing you've got to have. No one wants to listen there. We'll put our hands up here. But that's just the deal. They will go to these reed beds. Looks like some birds over here. This is a cool little bird sanctuary area. No one wants to be around insecure women. And women don't want to be around insecure men. That's a given. You know, is that because women don't like that in themselves? Who knows? Who cares? It's just a fact. I'll go down here, this little closed area here, and we'll finish this video up. In the outback Australian bush here. So I get a lot of questions. People are like, oh, you know, should I get a nose job? Should I get a boob job? Should I do my teeth or my hair or my skin, or skin whitening or skin darkening, or do I get a tan? Should I do steroids and go work out and change my aesthetic? And you can do all those things, and you might get more likes and approvals on social media, but you won't ever be happy. You'll be actually more depressed because you'll get all this attention, and then you'll be like, oh, then you'll be something else gnawing at you. Oh, but my muscles aren't big enough, or my nose isn't straight enough, or isn't small enough, or big enough, or flat enough, or perky enough, or whatever, or my boobs are this, or boobs are that, and there'll be something gnawing away at you because you didn't accept yourself from day one, and you're critiquing yourself in a way that no one else is ever going to critique you unless they're trying to, like, you know, make you feel insecure or whatever, you know, which is another thing as well. People often judge themselves based on the opinions of haters. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then you're living for the haters you know, versus living for who you were as a kid. And that's why, you know, that's why when you go to the Asia, the Philippines, or Thailand or Africa, and you go to the rural areas where there's not much social media, there's not much mirrors, there's no scales or whatever, people are just very much more happy because they don't uptake these stupid rules that social media, social narratives, marketing, advertising, haters, etc. want you to chase and chase and chase. So you keep consuming and buying products, you know. That's the or feeling insecure and whatever. These people out there in these country areas are very much more happier because they don't have that reality in their head. Once you introduce it to them, then they're cooked. So that's why I was like, wow, these kids are so happy out here. These women, these young women and young men are so happier out here. And the older men and older women are so much happier out here because they haven't been exposed to the pernicious belief systems that we have here in the West. I mean, it's happening slowly, it's getting in there. But you know what I'm saying? So be careful out there, people. The nose job won't make you better. The verified tick won't make you better. The hotter girlfriend or hotter boyfriend won't make you better. The more money won't make you better, unless you're starving with no money. You know, it won't improve the quality of life for very long if it does at all. You know, you still have you. No matter where you go, what you do to your body, you're still you inside. You know, no matter where you go, there you are. No matter what you look like, there you are. All right? You can go for travel to Mexico and hang out the shamans and do all this stuff or whatever, and thinking that drugs will change how you are as a person. They won't. It might give you some insights, but there you are. All right? With a drug addiction or with a hangover or whatever, there you are. You know, with money, debt or whatever, there you are. So you have to just, you know, what's the solution, Drew and I? The solution is just have gratitude. All right? There's nothing more attractive to me and to other experienced people than someone with gratitude. There's nothing more attractive than gratitude. All right? There's nothing more attractive than gratitude. And that feeling of, you know, personal security, of just like acceptance, like this is how I am. You know, I'm short, or I'm tall, or I've got big hips or small hips, or I've got a big schnonker or a small schnonker, or I've got, you know, whatever, you know. It's just that acceptance of self. There's nothing more attractive than that. Having gratitude and self-acceptance. And just be able to make fun of whatever that other people try to make fun of to make you feel bad. All right? Being able to make fun of whatever you've got that other people try to make fun of you in a pernicious way, that's right there a massive gift in life. To be able to go, oh, yeah, no worries, you know, cool. Yeah, I'm white, or I'm black, or I'm yellow, or I'm purple, and whatever. Yeah, cool, whatever's, you know, I am. You know, just be able to make joke of that genuinely, unconditionally, you know what I mean? Then you've won in life. And you'll see people like Robin Williams, multi-millionaires, could get pretty much any chick he wanted. You know, everyone wanted a part of Robin Williams, and he failed at life because he couldn't have that gratitude, all right? And he went to drugs to try and make himself feel different, and then the drugs had side effects and make you feel even worse, all right? So if you're popping a pill or doing a jab or whatever to make yourself feel better, that'll work temporarily, but it doesn't change who you are as a person, right? You want to change your own biochemistry, with obviously with nutrition and sleep and stuff like that. But if you're going to drugs to change your biochemistry, then you become a drug addict, and then you still haven't changed who you are, and now you're a drug addict, and that's compounding as well. All right, so you got guys like Rob Williams, had it all, man, had it all, wife, kids, everything, women chasing down the street, guys want to be him, women want to bang him, everything, and he still hated himself, so much so he ended his life prematurely. You know, that to me is massive failure. Oh, you can't say that he had mental health issues. No, that all stems in here. You control your brain chemistry, and you can disagree with me, but you're still going to be wrong, and you're still going to live a life of self-loathing, zero gratitude, or minimal gratitude, or gratitude deficiency, and you will fail in life. Do you understand that? Like, you don't have to agree with me. So you do have to agree with me. You know, but you don't have to like me. You know, but you have to agree this is the reality. Just like that's the sun up there, and if I take off his hat and his shirt off and bake myself all day, I will get sunburned. All right, you can disagree with me, but if you've got fair skin like me, it's going to happen. All right, so it's just how it is. You know, I don't like that reality. I would prefer to be no shirt and just cruising around, but that's how it is, man. All right, so and I accept it. Oh, slip, slap, slap. Actually, I don't slip, slap, slap. I slap on a hat and slap on a shirt. I'm not a fan of that chemical sunscreen stuff if I can avoid it. So that's the deal there. You know, no matter where you go. And I know people. I lived in Los Angeles. I've lived in New York. I've been around so many social media influencers. Some are making, you know, millions of dollars a year. Hundreds, you know. I know what the deal is. I'm talking from experience. I didn't just read this or hear this. This is seeing this from 12 years of social media careers and building those careers and being around models and fake netties and all sorts of different people, all right? Some of the most attractive people on the planet that you'd see, and you're like, wow, they must have the best life, and they're absolutely miserable, and some of them actually suicided. And many of them, most of them, never ever come close to their career potential because they had, one, a gratitude deficiency, made them really hard to be around, and when you're around them, you're just like, your energy's just like, oh my God, I can't be around this person much longer, this is, oh my God, I gotta go, you know, it just saps the energy out of you. Two, that, you know, that self-loathing, which also saps energy as well. You're just like, oh, you know what I mean? That's just, you can't, and that just kills people's careers. It kills people's life. And your career is one thing, but your life's more important. The quality of your life, your daily participation, the vibe you bring to any setting. Not your alcoholic, the drunk vibe or high vibe or whatever, or like, do your fun when you're high. The vibe of who you are, you know? What you can bring to the table, your mood, your tips, your insights, etc., and what sort of nice person you are, you know, how much self-love you have for yourself and others. That's what really matters in life. And when I was 20, I didn't really understand that. Age 43 now, I get that more and more. My mum's probably watching this and saying, I told you so, Harley. But it's just the insights you get as you get more experience in life. I guess it's not the age, it's the experiences you have, okay? So there you go. Hopefully that's an insight. Plastic surgery won't cure depression. You'll just want to get more surgery and more this, and you'll be like, oh, that's not good enough, and then and you just dive down that dark rabbit hole where you end up botched as heck and go, wow, I wish I was 18 or 22 or 30 again or whatever. I just totally botched myself thinking it would make myself happy, but it didn't actually. Now I'm more depressed because I realised that people I was hanging around only hang around me because of my looks, and now I'm just like, yeah. All right. So what you want to focus on, people, is your gratitude every day. Ask yourself in the moment, how grateful am I right now to be in this moment? You know, what am I doing now that shows my gratitude to myself and others around me? Two, am I bringing my insecurities to this moment right now? All right? Is that eroding the vibe I'm having with other people and myself in this moment? You know, think of that. You know, think of that. How many times you went on a holiday and you brought your bad vibe with you? Or you've been on a holiday and someone brings their bad vibe with you. And you're just like, oh my God. You know, so if you want to throw something in the bin, throw your recycling in the bin, throw your vibe, throw your insecurities, just visualize it. Just, okay, deep breath, boom. So now imagine, let's go back to the start of this video, that girl, you know, who my mate was infatuated with because she was so pretty. Imagine if she did a vibe check and go, hang on, I'm being ungrateful here. These guys want to film me. I could be on YouTube. This is good for my career, blah, 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 blah. Come on, just be secure. Stop critiquing yourself so much. Imagine that. You know, imagine that she became friends or whatever. Imagine that. I guarantee you, this is many years ago, if she stayed in that trajectory, she would be an absolute superstar on social media. And now, and I guarantee you, she's probably end up as a stripper, strung out on coke, pumped and dumped, plan B girl, just, you know, all sorts of nasty things because of her insecurities and lack of gratitude. No matter how amazing, it's a spot on my leg. No matter how amazing she had that genetic gift to start with, she's thrown that away. And she'll never get it back. Once these girls get into drugs and stuff, they look all haggard and flashed out, and it's really nasty. So they just give away their currency, their SMV, they just erode it because they don't have the gratitude, and they have such self-loathing because of unrealistic expectations in their head. All right? So stop that if you want to have a quality life. If you want to feel good in life. And for me, life's about how you get to feel every day. Not because what drugs you took, but how you look after yourself and your self-thoughts. I've done a lot of drugs in my life. Various different types. Legal, illegal, whatevers. And nothing beats gratitude. Nothing beats self-acceptance. Remember that, okay? No matter where you go, what you take, who you're with, there you are. Change who you are up here. Gratitude more. Self-acceptance. Accept it. Thanks for watching. Just lastly, guys and girls out there, the number one reason someone will get out of a relationship with you is your lack of gratitude. That's like probably number one. Second would be the self-loathing. All right, so these are the things that affect everything. Right, they affect everything in your life. Your work relationships, your side chick, side guy relationships, your social media relationships, your fitness level. Everything is hinged on your gratitude and your self-loathing or self-acceptance. All right, you got choice in the moment. Grateful ungrateful. Self-loathing, self-acceptance. Any given moment, every day. Those are foundations. We can talk about carbs, sleep, water, sugar. Those things are critical as well. But still, you can be carbed up, full of steroids, full of coke, whatever you want to be on, and still have that lack of gratitude that's going to just erode your moment. You can still be high as a kite and self-loathing, all right? You see prisons full of people like that. So just remember that. This is very, very important stuff to remember. No one's really talking about it because it's not glamorized. This video might get 2,000 views or whatever. It's probably the most important video on YouTube. And it's something I wish I would have learned many, many years ago. Your gratitude, man. Far out. What are you grateful for? You know, it's remember that cafe back in 2005 in Berkeley, California, Cafe Gratitude. What are you grateful for? I actually saw that question a lot and just think, you know, how grateful am I being right now? That's gonna, you know, wow, that's so amazing. Like, what makes a woman attractive to a man, and vice versa, is the gratitude level on her face. All right. So if you see a guy who just intuitively, even a young guy, even my virgin friend, he intuitively knew this girl didn't have any gratitude after she opened her mouth, and he was just like, and self-loathing, and he's just like, you know, like daggers in the eyes. It's like, I can't see the beauty anymore. It's gone. It's white. And he'll always remember that moment because it was just like, you know, the cat chasing the mouse, and the mouse becomes an elephant. Crazy. Having a look for some tiger snakes. I guess we'll dive a little bit deeper. I remember, you know, landing a lot of, you know, very sexy, attractive women in my life, and guys would be like, man, how come you didn't stay with that chick? I was like, just the vibe, man. You know, the vibe, just, I wasn't feeling it. It might have been brattiness, or generally with the younger women, it can be brattiness. Whoa, jeez. Just watching out for tiger snakes here. I look down. It could be probably brattiness. That's generally a common one. But it goes for every woman out there. And this goes for men as well. I'd say the male equivalent would be jealousy. You know, guys are like, why are you talking to this guy? Look at that guy. You know, and that just shows man insecurity. Women just like, oh my God. Like, the hotter you are as a guy to a woman, the higher you trigger her hypergamous instincts. And if you're jealous like that, that's just like, compounds. You become, the mouse turns into an elephant. You know, a very unattractive elephant. So it becomes really ugly really quick. It's just like, ugh, you're insecure. That's beta. That's beta. There's nothing women hate more than beta men who are insecure like that, or who make the rules. So that's just the reality there. The brattiness, brattiness is a sign of ungrateful. You even see it when you're on holiday and you see the kids and the parents are doing the hard job, you know, the sacrifice and everything to raise his kids, and his kids are like, I don't want that flavor, I want vanilla, and when you're a kid, you just like, that's your reality. But you just think, you know, you visualize that parent just like slamming that kid sort of thing, or if the parent did that, you'd be like, yeah, good on you. Yeah, slap that brattiness out of that little pecker. You know, so it's just, that's universally unaccepted. The brattiness, the lack of gratitude, and the self-loathing, it's universally unaccepted. So what makes someone attractive is different for different things. Could be your hair color, your height, your posture, your skin, your boob size, or your muscles, or whatever. Or that's very subjective. But what's universally distasted, you know, despised, is brattiness and self-loathing. That's across the board. Nobody finds that attractive. Nobody finds that attractive. It kills the vibe for every person. It just does. So that's a universal, you know, thing that people who are concerned about their aesthetics should focus on, because that's like the number one thing that makes you unattractive to the opposite sex or the same sex or anyone in your life, be it your parents or your lover or whoever. Brattiness, lack of gratitude, self-loathing, lack of self-acceptance. Those things just like, there, you know, it's like dog shit. You know what I mean? It's like stepping on dog shit and rubbing into the carpet. Accidentally, universally unacceptable. You know, no one likes that. Nobody likes that except for the carpet cleaner people. You know, it's no one, and even the carpet cleaner people who are getting paid to clean it off don't like it, you know? So it's dog shit, man. Right? Dog shit stinks. And so does self-loathing and bratitude, brattiness, gratitude. Let's call it gratitude. The gratitude. That stinks, man. Oh, it's disgusting. It kills the vibe straight away. All right. Oh, we've got some sheepdogs coming here. So let's have a look. Let's turn it back to them. Do a Caesar Milan. Here we go. All right. So that's it. Everyone loves these dogs. Just friendly dogs. So that's just the deal. All right. So ratchetness, man, stinks. Isn't that amazing? We're just talking about dog shit and dog come run over. He's like, you get it. You get it. See, look, that dog, it's the vibe. Do you feel the vibes then? Unless you're scared of dogs. Do you feel the vibes? The dog's like happy, grateful. Throw me a bowl, give me a stick, anything. Just give me, you know, like, easy to be around that dog, if you're sane.